Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 5 of Coffee and Cuddles. I'm Craig, aka Coffee, easy for me to say, and by my side as always is the perky, effervescent, vivacious Cuddles, aka Anna.
Hiya!
This is a special episode in which Anna gets to gripe as much as she wants about anything she wants. Nothing is off the table, no holds barred. I don't know why you would bar any holds, but hey, we ain't got none of that around here. So take it away.
Now, first of all, you make it sound like I'm going to do something like, I don't know, like I'm going to go off on things like Howard Stern, or I'm going to get all wacky like some comedians do.
The opinions expressed by my co-host are in no way endorsed by me. Legally, anyway.
Ay. Gripe number one.
Pushy men.
And here's one right here.
Now, let me explain to you what that
Mansplaining. Oh my, ladies. Have you ever, you better put your fingers in your ears. Ladies, have you ever had a man in your life mansplain to you? If you haven't, please tell me how you've avoided it. And if you have, isn't that irritating? I mean,
Well, on behalf of all the men, let me humbly say,
rude.
Sometimes.
You know I'm teasing, right?
I know.
Okay.
No, we're good. Are you?
Oh no. Here it comes.
Are you testing me?
Oh,
that's the time to last
no,
episode.
No.
So if you've never tuned in before, pause here and go listen to the last episode. Are you back? That's very fast listening. Good job.
Okay, now seriously. I would like you to open the calendar app on your phone, or maybe you have a calendar on the wall, and I'd like you to go look at it and check to see what month it is. I'll wait. Okay. Did you see November? Good. Now, what major holiday happens in November? Yes, very, very good. Thanksgiving. So please, somebody explain to me why people are decorating for Christmas. It's November. We haven't had Thanksgiving yet. We haven't cooked a turkey yet. Well, okay, technically we had turkey a few weeks ago. Okay, that doesn't matter. But we haven't had a time to sit down with family or friends and express what we're thankful for. But no, people are putting up Christmas decorations and I can't take it. Okay, that gripe kind of sounds like a whine, but you know what I mean. I mean, October came and went, and I think like midnight, October 31st, boom, all the Halloween stuff disappeared, and people started putting up Christmas decorations. I even have a channel programmed on my car radio on Sirius. And November 1st, boom, I turned it on and there was Christmas music. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Christmas. It's one of my favorite holidays.
But there's a time and a season for everything, and this ain't it.
No, it's November. I'd also like to know, why is it that if you're going to buy really cute, fancy decor for a holiday, that you have to go to like Michael's and Hobby Lobby 5 months before that holiday appears? Who goes shopping for Christmas decorations that early? Okay, Craig just raised his hand, but he's the exception to the rule.
Now, I did buy Christmas decorations, but It was the super expensive Lamax stuff, and it was 40% off. And I know because they had Christmas stuff out. I don't even think Halloween was over, and the Halloween aisle was cleared out, and Christmas magically appeared in its place, skipping right over Thanksgiving. Although I don't know how big a decorating holiday Thanksgiving is.
You
But
put up fall leaves and cornucopias and pumpkin. I'm sorry, I cut you
no,
off.
it's fine. But I knew that if I didn't buy it then, it wouldn't still be there. And it's ridiculous because to kind of shoehorn into what or dovetail into what you were saying, places like Dollar Tree or we don't have any Dollar General here, but it's the same idea where you will have Christmas on one side of the aisle and Halloween on the other side of the aisle. And that's just ridiculous. What happened to like a break between holidays or break between seasons or whatever? I don't understand why we have the mad rush. Now, I know at the end of November or probably sometime in December, all the Christmas stuff is going to go. Oh, sorry, buddy. I dropped the bottle.
You just hit the dog.
I know by the end of like December, Christmas stuff is going to go to clearance and they're going to roll out Valentine's Day stuff.
Mm-hmm. Now, New Year's is going to happen probably in the next 45 seconds, but I don't understand. Now, I'm fine with him buying the Lamax items because I know setting up the Christmas village is something that he really wants to do, and I get it. If you see a good deal, by all means, you should absolutely go for that deal. What I don't understand is why we can't do one holiday at a time when it's supposed to happen.
In my defense, I haven't taken them out of the box yet.
No, you haven't taken them out of the box. And every time he tells me that he's going to take our sofa table and decorate it for the like Christmas village or whatever, I have no problem with that. And maybe
I get the evil eye because it's not Thanksgiving yet. Christmas can't happen till after we stuff our faces with turkey. Then it's okay.
I have not given you the evil. Okay. Let me pause this griping. Beep. Okay, it's paused. So I have
She mimicked pushing a button. We don't have any buttons.
There's a button right there. What happens if I touch that button?
I don't even want to.
There's a button over there. What if I touch that button? And what's this shiny red button do? Boo, boo, boo. Okay, let's not touch that button anymore. Okay. Now that I've gone way off track. So let me explain why I don't have an aversion to what we're going to do with the sofa table. My oldest little mama, my cat Blue, when she was starting to get slowed down and wasn't feeling well, and I could tell that she was, trying to let me know that she was ready to cross the Rainbow Bridge, she had a very big need to be on that table. And that's where she went. That's where she felt safe. And when she was starting to not do so well, she was always hiding behind the sofa under that table. So needless to say, it's been really hard for me to move anything from that table or under that table or anything that's near the table, because I'm still coming to grips with losing my little mama, as I call her. So I have no problem with however he wants to decorate the table, because that might actually be, what's that word? Cathartic? That might actually be cathartic for me and kind of help me handle, the loss of my cat. Okay. Boop. All right. Back to griping. All right. Here.
For those playing at home, anytime she presses the imaginary button, drink.
Okay, there's another gripe. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. He almost spit coffee.
At least I didn't say chimichurri.
Okay.
That's another gripe. That'll be in a minute.
No. Now you said the magic word, chimichurri. All right.
What is this? You bet your life with Groucho Marx? You said the magic word. You win $100.
Give me $100.
The $100 is as real as the buttons you're pressing.
Now, quit! Don't touch the button board. Leave my button board. Okay, so here's the thing. So I really like watching Gordon Ramsay. I'm interested in his shows. I like to, see how he comes up with things. He's probably one of my favorite celebrity chefs. And there's another one who, yeah, I guess he's still pretty popular. Yeah. And I've noticed every time he is on some cooking competition and he's, getting his sauces together or his toppings for whatever he's making, there's always a green chimichurri. Never fails. Always, always, always. You can pretty much put Bobby Flay and chimichurri in a sentence. Every time you see his name, every time you hear his name. So anytime I see Bobby Flay making chimichurri, yeah, I pretty much want to take a shot. And no, not a shot of chimichurri. Okay. You're just sitting there doodling.
I am doodling.
Is my griping bugging you?
Not at all.
Okay. May I continue?
The floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. Now, go ahead.
I got nothing.
Well, you look like you're going to say something.
I was, but
All right. The moment has passed.
The stealing is past.
So, something else that I must gripe about only because it affects anybody who has a disability or is handicapped are the people who take their shopping carts and put them in the parking spaces designated for handicapped and disabled people who have a placard on their car. Makes me irritated because when my mom would need to go shopping, unless I was with her, if she needed to park in one of those spots and there was a shopping cart there, she really couldn't stop in the middle of the aisle, get out of her car, get her walker, mosey over to where the cart is, get the cart out of the way, get back in the car, get the walker in the car, or get the walker in the car and then get back in the car and then pull into the space. So if I was with her, I'd be jumping out of the car to move shopping carts. But now I'm kind of in her position and I see how irritating it is.
I had to do that like a week ago.
Yeah. So if Craig is not...
We watched the person do it. He let his kid lead the shopping cart. And what really aggravates me is this particular parking spot. 2 feet away on the other side of the line was the cart return.
Mm-hmm.
So the kid didn't have to go really any much further.
So now I'm in that position now because I do have a disability that does make it difficult for me to stand for long lengths of time, walk for long distances. So as much as I was avoiding having to go ahead and apply to get a handicap placard, I eventually did. And it really is helpful to be able to park in those spaces. So if I don't have someone with me, then I kind of see what my mom's dilemma was. I can't stop my car in the middle of the aisle, get out, move the cart out of the way, get back in the car and park my car because I'm going to cause a traffic jam or have a lot of people get really, really mad. So it's very aggravating. Something else that is very aggravating and maybe this has happened to you. You are shopping, Target, grocery store, wherever it might be, and you're going down an aisle and somebody has stopped in the middle of the aisle. They have stopped their cart and they are down at another part of said aisle looking for something. So they have essentially blocked the aisle. You go to inch their cart out of the way and you get a dirty look like you have committed an all-time felony. We were at a store recently and just so happened there were two people in front of us pretty much blocking the whole aisle. You could not get around them. So I just very politely, and please, if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I very politely said, "Excuse me, And the lady turned around, got very irate with me and said, she's deaf. She can't hear you. Oma. And then the lady moved. So
She heard her daughter just fine.
I'm very confused. She did not put her hand on her daughter, or her mother. She just basically said, Oma, and the lady moved. So explain that to me because I don't understand. Now at this point, people are probably going, oh my goodness, she just gripes about everything.
Now, in your defense, you're one of the most positive, upbeat people I've ever met in my life. It's annoying.
Well,
it's not really annoying.
It's just gotten to the point where I let things bottle up and then I kind of explode at probably inopportune times, or I lash out on people who probably don't need it. Unfortunately, I have probably been in one of those moods and kind of snapped at Craig when it would have been like, whoa, where is this coming from? So
honestly, you've never really done that.
Oh, okay.
At least not to my recollection. You never really snapped at me because you're upset at something else. Now I have snapped at you, and I feel like the world's biggest jerk for doing it. Immediately after, I'm like, I done messed up. Let me grovel.
So I don't want you to think that I am one of those people that just is, let's see.
Negative Nancy?
Negative Nancy, thank you, because I was trying to think of how not to use a word that's not very polite, and I don't want to offend anybody, although consider I'm sitting here bitching and moaning. Oh, I just said it. Oops.
So what you're saying is you are a babe in total control of herself.
Uh-huh. I apologize for I was trying not to say that word. Where's the backup button?
I don't have one.
Well, now I really need a bleep button, but
that's coming next week.
Oh no.
I'll try and grab it in post. Wink, wink.
I mean, I'm sure that, there are lots of things that we all get very irritated by. And you know what? Sometimes you just need to express it. With, how do I say this without having people lose it? With the recent
election cycle.
Thank you. I have heard
the recent dust up. There we go.
I wasn't going to say anything about that, but I have seen so many people be so rude to other people. Let's face it, every election, somebody's going to win and somebody's not going to. And you are not going to make everybody happy. That's never going to happen. You are never going to get everybody happy that some bill passed or failed, that somebody got elected or didn't. No one's ever going to be 100% happy. But to hear people be so nasty to people who support the other side blows my mind. Now,
people that are lifelong friends and relationships over this stuff, and I don't understand it. Now, do I think some people are Nimrods for how they vote? Absolutely. But I served in the Navy to protect their right to be an idiot. So, go out, vote, be an idiot. What do I care? But I will never attack somebody like openly and publicly. Now at home, like I'll go.
Didn't you just call people idiots?
In a general sense. I'm not narrowing down and picking on one specific person or subset of people.
Okay. See, this is what I'm griping about. I'm sorry. Please finish your thought.
I don't go out of my way and like publicly scorn people for what they do.
But see, this is something that I have seen people do. I was driving to work and I saw somebody with a bumper sticker, and the person in the car across from them rolled down their window and started screaming obscenities at the other person because of a bumper sticker. Mm-hmm. Now, how is that going to make any buddy. I don't know where my thought is going with this, but how is that?
That will never get me to your side. Treating me like that will never convince me. You know, berating me and yelling at me and telling me I'm a moron and throwing in some colorful language is never going to make me say, "Oh my God, thank you. I had no idea." But you treating me this way has shown me the error of my ways. 1,000 thank yous. That's never going to happen.
So that is another gripe of mine, is making people feel bad because of how they wanted to vote. Because as Craig said, people who have served in our armed forces fought for us to have the freedoms that we have, because there are some countries that you don't get a say in the laws or the leadership. You're just pretty much told this is who it is, and too bad if you don't like it. So we really shouldn't be knocking other people for the choices that they make, but we should be appreciative of the fact that everybody has an opportunity to voice how they feel. But putting somebody down for that, that's not right. And that's something that I am always trying to impart on my students, that they have a right to their opinion, but other people have a right to their opinion. And sometimes you just have to agree to disagree.
Now, I will say this, for the people that are arguing and fighting with their spouses and calling their spouses nasty names because they didn't vote the way that you want to, just remember, you chose them.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You chose me, so.
You're right, I did.
And for the record, we didn't fight about this election cycle at all.
No, we didn't.
I showed her why she was wrong, and she thanked me. Because I mansplained. Oh, God, bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay. Now. What are other things that just really, so other things that I don't understand is and I have now lost my train of thought. Thank you. I completely lost my train of thought. I knew where it was going, and I have now lost my train of thought. It did derail. I don't even know which way it went. It could have gone that way. Could have gone that way. There are things that I don't understand. Things like decorating for a holiday that isn't even in the month that you're currently in. Berating people for choices that they make. Just not treating people the way you yourself would want to be treated, and then wondering why they're treating you badly right back. I don't understand. I also don't understand why people, when you go out, don't check in, is there anything else I can get you? I'm surprised you're not griping about this.
I think I've mentioned this in a previous podcast, maybe last season. Now, I will preface this by saying I'm a diabetic. I don't need dessert, but every once in a while I cheat. I'm not going to lie about it, because if I don't, then I will crave it all the time. We went out to a certain restaurant last night. I won't say their name for fear of being sued, but the server, waitress, server, whatever the politically correct term is now, we saw her when we sat. She came back a little while later to take our drink orders and our food orders, and then we didn't see her for like 20 minutes. And then she came back and said, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "No, I would like 2 refills, please." And then she came back with that, and then I didn't see her for a while. And then she came back and she just dropped the bill on the table. Now that's perfectly normal, perfectly acceptable. Where I have a problem is when servers like that will not ask you, "Is there anything else?" Again, I don't need it. I may want it, and I may not order it, but taking away the choice and the decision is going to get my dander up. Not only, it's rude. Maybe I wanted a box. Maybe I wanted dessert. Maybe I wanted to order an entirely different meal, take it home with me. You've now lost out on any potential future money or sales, or not future, but additional money. It's happened a few times. And those people do not get paid or do not get tipped very well, because to me, that's not providing complete and good service. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now.
So, I mean, it could be just me, and there could be a lot more things, but I feel better now. I just need to get that off my chest and I feel better. Now, should I be griping ahead of Thanksgiving?
No, you still got a week.
Probably not, but sometimes you just got to let it out. And I very much appreciate you giving me a chance to do so. And I hope this does not chase you away from our podcast. Now I am tongue-tied. I hope that doesn't chase you away from our podcast. Trust me, this isn't me 24/7. It's just one of those things that I needed to get off my chest.
There's only so much you can take before you have to let it out somehow. And this is a more positive way of doing that than exploding.
Exactly.
Taking out other people.
So if there's anything that you have a gripe about, I would love to hear it. Please contact me. I would love to know what just kind of gets your goat. And Craig, I have to thank you for letting me kind of take the reins and just let it out. Let it go. Let it go. Did I just sort of kind of sing?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I apologize. That's going on somebody's gripe list now. I know it. I'm going to get contacted for noise pollution. I'm going to get a ticket for hurting somebody's eardrums.
Nah, you're good. I've heard much worse.
He's so wrong. So very, very wrong.
And here's another gripe.
Please go ahead.
I love when you sing. I love when you sing. I love when you sing with me. I mean, we're not professionals, but I'm no Johnny Sinatra over here and nothing,
Don't you mean Frank Sinatra?
No, Johnny, his lesser known cousin.
He had a cousin named Johnny?
It's a joke.
Ah!
I'm not no Johnny Sinatra,
Oh, I gotcha.
Like him out.
Gotcha. So I very much appreciate it. Now, everyone is entitled to their opinion, and I thank you for letting me share mine. We will be back next week with lots more to share with you. So I hope that you do tune in. I'm going to get the knot out of my tongue and let Craig finish this off.
Oh, thank you very much. No pressure. This has been Gripe Sessions with Anna. We may revisit this in a future episode, or I may have a gripe session. I think next week I'm going to do Craig's counterpoint and talk about all the things that we're thankful for and all the things we appreciate in the world. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I like that idea.
Something else that, they tell you if you put it out there, then people will hold you responsible for it or hold you accountable. So we are working on an AI generated, not quite true podcast idea, like a true crime, but it's all AI generated stories and scripts and all that stuff. So look forward to that. As always, we thank you. We appreciate you. It's just our 2 cents worth. Your mileage may vary. God bless, and we love you all.
Bye.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.